Welcome to the program. You're watching Focus on Africa, live from Nairobi on BBC News. The UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres has raised concern about the resurfacing stigmas towards people living with autism, which he says erodes the progress made towards inclusion. Now, in a message to mark World Autism Awareness Day today, Mr. Guterres said autistic people should be able to shape their own lives and help to shape our beloved future. Here on the continent, there has been a concern raised about underreporting of autism cases due to a lack of education, though the prevalence rate is higher than the global average in some countries. My colleague Agnes Pender spoke to Barbara Amondi, whose son is living with a condition, and a specialist from an organization that supports families with autistic children. She first asked Barbara what challenges come with raising an autistic child.
One of the challenges would be financial, because it's really expensive having these kids. You use so much resources, let's say like therapies. The kids have to go for speech therapy, they have to go for occupational therapy, they have to go for hydrotherapy, some go for physiotherapy because they have problems with coordination. So a lot of therapies, and this costs money. Also their diets, they eat specific things. They'll not have, like my son cannot have sugar. It's a sugar-free diet, it's a wheat-free diet, it's a lactose-free diet. We are on plant-based milk. Plant-based milk, a packet is about 900 bob in Kenya right now. So it is expensive. Even schools, integrated schools are there. A lot of private schools are now integrating. But as special needs parents, we also still pay more fee because they need shadow teachers to help them in class. So yes, so you look at it, that is one of the biggest challenges.
Jean, as Riziki Source, how are you helping young people who are autistic? How do you assist them?
Young people with autism have different kind of criteria, different kind of needs, different kind of skills, and a different kind of the environment that they need in order for them to thrive in the workplace. So we do that training. We do, it's called gender. It's preparation for the workplace, tailor-made to what needs do these young people have based on their disabilities that they have. Then on the flip side, we now deal with the employer. Now we create awareness, we train you on what you need to do to change your built environment, to provide tools and other things. But also, it's also a mindset shift. It's also us coming and tearing down those stereotypes that you may have with regard to people who have autism, that you think they cannot work, they are incapable of working with other people, which is not true. Though we understand that the work environment that we have, it's very team-oriented, but some of our candidates with autism, they don't function like that. They need space of their own. They need a structured way of doing work. So it is for us to step in, train the candidate, and also train the employer, so that we don't send the candidates to places where they cannot fit. They are frustrated.
How has this been received, let's say, in the marketplace?
And it has been kind of very hard because it requires a lot of patience. It requires a lot of consistency, because we understand even inclusion is progressive. Breaking down mindset, that's a progressive. You have to continue pushing and encourage and showcasing them. These are the skills. You know, sometimes you can go to an employer and tell them a candidate with autism has ABCD skills. They won't believe it. So now we have to showcase. We have to bring a candidate and say, now look, this is what they can do. Some of them are software developers. We have to bring them and show them they can code, and they can code very well. They just need a few adjustments. I need my own space to work. I need my work very structured. Put a task manager. These are the things that I'm coming on Monday to do, 1, 2, 3. So we are very specific with the employer. This is what it needs. And the other challenges will be maybe employers not willing to give the budget for that, because there's a cost implications to creating inclusive workspaces. But even with that, we tell them that now there's the law that says by this time you need to have 5% in your workspace. So we figure out how we are going to balance you being inclusive and balancing the budget.
Barbara, one last thing. What lessons, let's say, have you taken from being a parent who has an autistic child?
I have learned patience. If you have an autistic child, you have to be a very patient person. And even if I was not patient before, now I'm a very patient person, because I know it takes time for them to learn something. And I've learned to celebrate all the milestones. because they eventually come. My son currently is learning to speak. He's developing words, so it's such a big deal for us. Even when he toilet trained, it was such a big deal because those things take time. So I celebrate all milestones, and I'm a very patient person. Yes, and I still do advocacy. I talk about autism everywhere. Like, people know my son everywhere. Or this, they call him Odis. So I talk about Odis everywhere I go, so that people are able to understand the children and also understand us as the caregivers.
And still to come on Focus on Africa.